morning there, taters. This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. Remember, that is my website. That's my platform. That's where you can find me. I would like to welcome you to Morning with Tree. This is where I go over as much news as I can within an hour. And this time, guess what? I'm actually keeping my word. I got a timer on my phone to time me to make sure I don't go too far over and definitely don't go too far under an hour. I would like to thank my sponsor for this video, you. Those of you who have joined my membership website, those of you who have actually purchased my merch, and most of all, those of you who have donated through Super Chats as well as Streamlabs. Thank you for sponsoring me through those avenues, because as you all know, I stopped playing that monetization game with YouTube. I'm not doing that no more. I'm over it. So videos from here on out, well, I think I started last week, are not getting monetized because I'm not playing that game with YouTube, okay? So because of you, I'm able to do this, and I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much for being there for me, and most of all, thank you for your support. The fact that you're here right now watching me also means a lot. So let's begin. Let me go ahead and push start. Okay, there we go. It's on start, and I'm gonna keep my eye on it to make sure I don't go too far over an hour, and I definitely don't want to go under an hour. I don't think I'm going to go under. We got some good news for you, okay? So once again, if you would like to help support me, you can do so through Streamlabs as well as Super Chats. In addition to purchasing my merch, links are available in the description box below this video. So let's go ahead and get down to the first news that we have. Let me go get it queued up for a second. Daggone, I can't believe I didn't have it queued up. Okay, here we go. All right. I got it. Here we go. So many of you, oh, I'm not centered on here. Let me get centered. Am I centered now? Let's see. Hold on a second. There we go. I should be centered now. Many of you have been like, have you seen the Kamala Harris and Charlamagne video? Yes, I have. I'm not impressed by it at all. Kamala was like, don't talk to her like she's some Republican. Like, bitch, who the fuck? What are you talking about? Don't talk to you like some. Oh, I cursed so early in the show. I am going to look at it again. I love how they try to act like they didn't hear Charlamagne, and then Charlamagne cooked just like he's a. I am not impressed with Charlamagne the God. I don't really like him. Yeah. So I guess we're going to go to that. I did not know Comedy Central gave this fool a show on of his own. That was news to me. So I guess we'll go ahead and watch it. Let me see. Is there any way I can make this bigger? Let me see. Oh, no, that's too big. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and look at it.
They're very serious.
Who's the superhero that's going to speak against Joe Manchin? No. I want to know who's the real president of this country. Is it Joe Biden or Joe Manchin?
I'm sorry. I interrupted. I don't think the vice president can hear you. It's Simone. I'm so sorry, Charlamagne. We have to wrap.
She can hear me.
I thought Simone. Wait. I thought Simone quit. Hold on. Hold on a second, guys. Let me put this video on pause because I do believe I thought Simone is the black woman with the short haircut with the big mouth. Look like you can stick an entire 9-pack of hot dogs in her mouth and she's got room for more. Hold on a second. Let me check something real quick. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. Let me put this back on resume. Okay, she hasn't left Harris yet. Looks like she's going to be leaving Kamala Harris next year, the start of next year. But she's ride or die right now. Now, it looks like they edit this video because Charlamagne turns around and they act like they don't hear me. Hold on a second. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if they edit that out. It looks like they edit that out. It's Simone. I'm sorry, Charlamagne. We have to wrap. Oh, this is the edited version.
I'm sorry. I interrupted. I don't think the vice president can hear you. It's Simone. I'm so sorry, Charlamagne. We have to wrap.
She can hear me.
You can hear me? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me, Madam Vice President?
So I'm sorry. We got to wrap.
Oh.
So I'm sorry to interrupt.
They're acting like they can't hear me.
Oh, okay, agree. They act like that. Yeah, exactly. Do you see how they want to act like? You want to ask about Joe Manchin being who's the president? Well, obviously the president isn't that going Sleepy Joe. That's for sure. All right, but it ain't Joe Manchin either. It's they. Now we don't know who they are, but they are the presidents. All right, let's rewind that just a little bit. Look at Kamala with that stupid look on her face.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me, Madam Vice President?
I'm sorry. We got to wrap.
Oh.
So I'm sorry to interrupt.
They're acting like they can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, so who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlamagne.
Come
on. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president.
Do you think Joe Manchin
And
is a problem?
It's Joe Biden, and I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris.
Look at how she getting on. It's Joe Biden, and I'm Vice President Kamala Harris. Okay. I love this. I love how she gets irate. Because nobody gonna want that in the White House, honey, come 2024. Now, you do know Joe Biden is not going to go for re-election. I mean, they're going to go ahead and put that vegetable in the machine and just call it a daggone day. But they're going to put this heifer up for running to be the first Whammon and black and Indian, all kinds of minorities to be the president in 2024. Okay? So nobody wants this. Not even most black women gonna want somebody like this into the office, okay? She don't talk, let me tell you, next thing you know she needs to do is they're gonna move their head, honey. She got it down pat.
And the reality is, because we are in office, we do the things like the child tax credit, which is gonna reduce black child poverty by 50%, on track to do that.
Lies. Lies. These fools have been talking about reducing black child poverty, black unemployment, everything. The only person who has ever really done anything, and then black people didn't give a damn, for blacks in reference to school, in historical black colleges and universities, in reference to charter schools, in reference to unemployment, has been Trump. But they don't care because he wicked.
We do things that are about saying that our Department of Justice is going to do these investigations and require that we end chokeholds and have body cameras.
Nobody has no problem with the body cameras, but I do like the chokeholds, okay? I don't understand. Why should we get rid of chokeholds? I mean, you guys, listen. You people who want to be police officers of these blue cities, are you going to get me to the point where I'm like, oh, well, because the blue is in my heart and I feel for you, what I'm saying? You're just so dumb and pig-headed to not realize that it's not worth it in a city where the people don't respect you. Unlike these blue cities, what I'm saying? We live in areas where we respect our police, and these police officers, as well as the deputy sheriffs, they are supported by their superiors as well as the community. We don't have any problems with our police officers, okay? So I think you should, these places that say to abolish the police, I actually support that. Let these people fend for themselves. But for some reason, they won't vote. They won't go ahead and pull that lever. Chicken.
It is the work of saying we're going to get lead out of pipes and paint because our babies are suffering.
Wasn't Obama supposed to do that? Oh, yeah, he was, but he didn't do it. Instead, he took a glass of water and was like, Obama went to Flint, Michigan and went like this. Ain't no water with this water. Watch me drink some of this water. Ain't no lead in this water. There's some water.
Because of that. It is the work of saying people who ride public transit deserve the same kind of dignity that anybody else does. So let's improve that system.
How about you improve it by being tough on crime, heifer? How can anybody have any dignity, especially Asians, when they get beat up in New York? Okay, just for being Asian. Oh, yeah, we don't want to talk about who's actually doing the beating, though, do we? Shh.
It is the work of saying that we have got to bring down prescription drug costs because folks who have diabetes should not be dying because they don't have enough money in their pocket.
First of all, they're not dying. And second of all, you all got stock in Big Pharma anyway. Wait a minute. As a matter of fact, you guys, I remember this. You guys blocked Trump's attempt to lower pharmaceutical drugs specifically for people who are on a tight income. You guys blocked that while he was the president. These people are so full of it, dude.
It's about saying black maternal mortality is a real issue that must be treated by everybody, including the White House, as a serious issue.
Are y'all gonna get rid of that fried chicken? What about that fat back? Y'all gonna get rid of the daggone drugs and the drinking and the chemicals that they put in their hair? And are y'all gonna get rid of all the things that would cause that to happen to black women's children? Because it seems like they're not trying to do it. They're not trying to change their toxic behavior and their very, very unhealthy eating habits. I don't understand this. Once upon a time, real talk. Once upon a time, it was taught to my mom, and when I was growing up, that when you was a woman and you was pregnant, you were not to be around smoking, definitely don't drink, and you don't put chemicals in your hair. Not with today's women, girl. Black women can go and twerk while they're 8 months pregnant, holding Chardonnay, and they don't care if they get it's like all of the things that were taught when I was growing up is out the window, and they want to know why, there's a high mortality rate with babies, black babies.
I hear the frustration, but let's not deny the impact that we've had and agree also that there is a whole lot more work to be done.
What impact have y'all had except for negative impact?
And it is not easy to do, but we will not give up, and I will not give up.
I just want you to know that Madam Vice President, that Kamala.
Yeah, you cucking now. Look. I just want you to know that president right there. I didn't mean to hurt you, Madam President. I didn't mean to hurt your feeling. I didn't mean don't beat me. Don't beat me.
There is a whole lot more work to be done, and it is not easy to do, but we will not give up, and I will not give up.
I just want you to know that Madam Vice President, that Kamala Harris, that's the one I like. That's the one that was putting the pressure on people in Senate hearings. That's the one I'd like to see more often out here in these streets.
Dude, get her tit out your mouth. Speaking of the president, now, by the way, Joe Manchin is just a Senate. If you want to know, he seems the one who's running things. I don't consider him the president or the vice president. I consider him to be the Senate. Joe Manchin's like, I'm not trying to listen to you crazy people. So, looks like the Build Back Better Act is done for now. I did read some news articles where Joe Biden plans to bring it back sometime either in late January or early February. But it's not going to be so good because, they're going to have a lot of lockdowns. They're going to have mandatory jabby jabs. They're going to have a lot of things going on, and the inflation is going through the roof, and they still got problems with the shipment. I mean, it's just, the bottleneck is not getting better. It's like so much stuff is going on right now. And then they got some bad news in reference to the mandate, so I'll talk about that later. But yeah, let's look at what Joe Manchin has said in reference to the Build Back Better Act. But like I said, don't celebrate so soon, because they're going to try to bring this back on the floor. They're going to try to cut a little bit of the fat, just a little tiny of the fat off of the Build Back Better plan, and then try to get Joe Manchin to sign it. So we'll see.
Joining us now, Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia. Senator, welcome back to Fox News Sunday.
Stan! Good morning, USA! He even got the red tie like Stan from American. Holy smokes. Guys, he got the red tie. He got the daggone pendant. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna have to pause the video again. I gotta get a picture of Stan from American Dad. Hold on a second. Look, y'all, look. The only difference is he got a red tie, and the Stan from American Dad it's a black tie. But look, he has the pendant, the American flag pendant right there. It's so. And so does he.
You're at the center of this negotiation with the president over his social spending and tax bill, the Build Back Better bill that is not coming up in the Senate before the new year, in part largely because of your reservations. Without you, the leadership doesn't have the votes it needs. So today, right now, what's the state of play?
Well, Brett, you know, this is a mammoth piece of legislation, and I had my reservations from the beginning when I heard about it 5.5 months ago, and I've been working diligently every day and every minute of every day. I've been working on this, meeting with, whether it be the President Biden, whether it be Majority Leader Schumer and his staff, whether it would be with Nancy Pelosi, all of my colleagues, I mean, from all different spectrums of the political spectrum, if you will, from the right to the left. I've done everything humanly possible. And you know my concerns I had, and I still have these concerns. And where I'm at right now, the inflation that I was concerned about, it's not transitory, it's real. It's harming every West Virginian. It's making it almost difficult for them to continue to go to their jobs, the cost of gasoline, the cost of groceries, the cost of utility bills. All of these things are hitting in every aspect of their life. And you start looking at, then you have the debt that we're carrying at $29 trillion. You have also the geopolitical unrest that we have. You have the COVID variant, and that is wreaking havoc again. People are concerned. I've been with my family. I know everyone's concerned. So when you have these things coming at you the way they are right now, I've always said this, Brett, if I can't go home and explain it to the people of West Virginia, I can't vote for it. And I cannot vote to continue with this piece of legislation. I just can't. I've tried everything humanly possible. I can't get there.
You're done. This is a no.
This is a no on this legislation. I have tried everything I know to do. And the president has worked diligently. He's been wonderful to work with. He knows I've had concerns.
He ain't wonderful to work with. Stop lying, Joe.
You know, the thing that we should all be is directing our attention towards the variant, the COVID that we have coming back at us in so many different aspects in different ways. It's affecting our lives again. We have inflation that basically could really harm a lot of Americans.
And it's going to get worse come January, February.
And especially those who are most needy and having a hard time struggling right now. So I think that's where our attention needs to be directed towards immediately.
You know,
and this has been going on for 5.5 months.
I agree. Speaking of this idiot, I'm sorry, y'all. Get ready for some cringe. Hold on. I warned you. Here we go. We're about to get to some high-level cringe here. Hold on a second here. Now these guys, hold on a second. What are these guys called again? Hold on a second. Hold on. What are these guys? These are some used up TikTok Jonas Brothers. The Jonas Brothers are not even relevant anymore. Like, these people come out the most cringiest stuff. So you got Jonas Brothers with See Now Joe Biden. So watch this. And they're in pajamas. Oh my God. This is gonna be terrible.
Bing bong. Are you vaccinated? Yes, sir. Hey, yo. Who's the president, man? Who's the president? Byron. Who's the president? Byron. What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now? What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Do we get it?
We got it. Bing bong. Are you vaccinated? Yes, sir. Hey, yo. Who's the president, man? Who's the president? Byron. Who's the president? Byron. What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now? What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Do we get it?
We got it.
Moving on. Elizabeth Warren, who has been fully jabbed okay, she's fully vaccinated, has tested positive for the Koofy. I don't know why they keep calling this a breakthrough cases. This seems like the norm. So yeah, Elizabeth Warren has COVID after being fully vaccinated. But you know who else got COVID? Mr. What did I used to call Cory Booker? Hold on. Cory Booker sexually assaulted a man in the bathroom, in the man's bathroom. And I used to have a nickname for him, okay? Because he's on the DL, okay? He's not a straight man, okay? He's not heterosexual. But he's also another one, fully vaccinated and boosted. So, you know, at least Joe Biden was just fully vaccinated. You got Cory Booker, who is fully vaccinated and boosted, and he also got the Koofy, tested positive for it. Yeah. Things that make you go, Okay, here we go to another one. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. Check this out, right? Now, I have said about cowards who want to dump on the police, but they don't want to dump on the politicians who make the laws for law enforcement officers to basically carry out. And I call these people POSs. They're cowards. Because here it is, once again, because the same old POSs, bitch-made men, and these inbred women who want to sit up here and jump on the police, but they don't go after de Blasio. And de Blasio, because he feels emboldened because nobody's calling him on his stuff, because shit rolls downhill and people are blaming the police instead of blaming him, right? And he feels powerful, okay? Because these cowards don't want to go after the real problem. They don't want to go after the root cause of the problem because they're spineless. They're absolutely spineless. So because de Blasio know that people in New York ain't going to call him out, they're not going to hold him responsible. Look at what this fool says. Look at what he says.
People want to lead their lives. I mean, the hard thing, I feel it here in New York City. By the way, I'm from Philadelphia, so it's not like I live in a rural area. But I feel it in every block that I walk in New York City. But if I were in the middle part of the country with you, I don't think we'd see masks. I don't think we'd be showing our vax cards anywhere. So I come back to that point where unless everybody's on the same page in the country, we're kind of screwed.
And you know how you get on the same page? People have to lead. So, look, I believe with enough leadership, enough mandates, we're going to get a hell of a lot more people vaccinated. The more people vaccinated, the more we actually make the transition to a time when COVID is in the background, not the foreground. And we know these mandates work, and we know people respond. Look, human beings are pretty predictable. If you say your paycheck depends on it, or your ability to enjoy life and go do the things you want to do, people will make the practical decision overwhelmingly, and they'll go get vaccinated. But we aren't pushing hard enough. We got to go farther.
People want to lead.
Gotta go farther. Yeah. See, here in Georgia, we're free. We're free. We're not slaves to no demon rats. We are free down here. Florida is too. So because you guys are actually, this is your slave master. Now, I heard that your new slave master, that black guy, the Eric guy, I can never get that Negro's last name. He is not going to remove vaccine mandates. Yeah, how about that? How y'all like that now? Huh? You should have voted for the daggone what was that? The guardian angel? No. What is the one with the red on? I think it's the guardian angels or something like that. You should have voted for him. But no, y'all still suffer from that Obama syndrome, huh? He just announced that he's not going to remove the vaccine mandates. He's also not going to remove the whole mandatory requirement for businesses to ask for your vaccine passport. If you don't present your papers, then that means that the businesses can snitch on you to the popo. Now, of course, because a lot of you all are bitch mad and spineless, you don't want to go after the people who call the police. You don't want to go after people like de Blasio, but now it's not going to be de Blasio next week. It's going to be that Eric guy, all right? The new black mayor that y'all done voted in. Y'all not going to blame him. Y'all going to blame the police. And this is why I will never take you guys seriously. And every time I see a news article where I can clown New York, I'm going to get it. Because it seems like for some reason, you all think that doing the same thing is going to get you different results. You got that guy for the next 4 years, and guess what? The mandates are not going to go anywhere. The passports are not going to go anywhere. The masking is not going to go anywhere. And his dictatorship and the Democrats' rule over you is not going anywhere. Okay, let's move on to something else. Oh, I didn't... this right here is where Trump... was talking. Who was Trump talking to? Let's see. Trump was giving an interview reference to Joe Biden. And I do believe it's on Fox, but this is a Rumble thing here. Let's see. Let's see what he's saying here. Let's go. Hold on. I can't hear nothing. Hold on. I don't think the tab is muted. Hold on, guys.
Asked President Trump why he's been so active in endorsing candidates and whether...
Okay, that wasn't me. That was how they recorded the video. Okay.
See, outsiders are resonating. He began by scrutinizing current GOP Senate leadership.
Look, Mitch McConnell's a disaster. The Republicans
the
have to
turtle!
get a new leader.
That's true, though.
Mitch McConnell allowed this to happen. The infrastructure bill, I call it infrastructure, not infrastructure. It's only 9% infrastructure. So that means you take 90%, 91% of the money that we're raising is going to be thrown out the window in order to get 9% infrastructure. There was no way that should have been passed. It should have been 100% for infrastructure. So what's happening is we had a thing called the debt ceiling. And he could have used that to win everything, and he chose not to. And we have a bigger problem because they have a so-called voting rights bill, which is a voting rights for Democrats, because Republicans will never be elected again if that happens, if that passes.
Let me ask you about all of these people that you've been supporting recently. We're entering the election year, the primaries in March. You've already endorsed several candidates for re-election. What are you looking for? Let's go through some of these contests that are toss-ups. Senator Mark Kelly in Arizona, Senator Raphael Warnock, Georgia, Catherine Cortez Masto, Nevada, Maggie Hassan, New Hampshire. What are your thoughts?
They're a disaster. They're for open borders. They're for defunding the police. They're for crime. In other words, they're for crime. They're for taking away your Second Amendment. So they want to take away your police and then take away your right to protect yourself. When you think of it, right? These people are a disaster, and they should all lose. And we have some great candidates. And sometimes I'm going a little outside of the box with some, because we have candidates that are not strong. They're rhinos, and they're not strong. They're Mitch McConnell-type guys, and he's a disaster. So we need tougher people. We need people that are going to be able to win for our country. Not win for me, by the way, win for our country. And we have some great candidates.
The other day, Hillary Clinton said that if you win again, it is the end of democracy. Will this be a rematch?
Oh, I have no idea. I hope so. I mean, I'd like that. But look, the woman's crooked as can be. She cheated on the election. They spied on my campaign. Remember I put out that little statement, they're spying on my campaign, and all hell broke out. You know why it broke out? Because they knew I was right. They knew I was right. And all of these things that happened, and we caught them. Let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens to Hunter. Let's see what happens to all of it.
Just today, he called Kamala Harris president again.
Oh.
He sure did. Joe Biden keep calling that heifer president. Guys, don't expect me to constantly show videos of Joe Biden referring to Kamala Harris as president. Okay, I'm just saying it's gotten so old for me. I have seen him do it so many times. So that is true. I saw it today. I was like, oh God, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not even gonna show it.
Today, he called Kamala Harris president again.
Oh.
Do you think someone else is directing him?
Well, I never called Mike Pence president. I'll tell you, I can't imagine what's going on. It's hard to believe.
Who's running the country?
Well, think of it. It was so obvious in this case because 450,000, he was incensed. He was very upset by that question asked by a very good reporter, actually. But he was very angry at that question. Like, how dare you? What a stupid question. Of course, the next morning, he was saying how, yeah, this is something that we think is excellent. That really means, in the truest sense, that he is not running the country. Because there's no way you go from indignation to, oh, that's wonderful.
Right.
And I hope you had a good interview.
What do you think the strategy is around?
Okay. So that's the internet. That's true. He was like, oh, we're not going to pay no immigrants $450,000. Oh, what? Because if you lose your child, idiot. All right. So, y'all remember them white supreme pieces that's been robbing Asian women because they don't do banks? I hate hypocrisy. I really do. Man who faces 95 years in jail for hate crime robberies targeted Asian women daily held prejudiced beliefs that they don't have bank accounts, court documents. And we're going to watch the video, but this is one of the white supreme pieces. It's about 6 of them. This is one of the 6. And it's amazing that we don't get any coverage on this on CNN. You're not going to get any coverage on this on MSNBC or CBS or anywhere on Twitter. These are white supreme pieces. And they're pretty tanned white supreme pieces that are actually targeting Asian women. So I didn't get a chance to watch this. I should have watched this earlier, but we're going to watch this together. So where they talk about it in depth.
New details about the more than 170 hate crime attacks and robberies and how San Jose police worked with agencies across the Bay Area. ABC 7 News anchor Dion Lim has the story.
Shocking details are now coming to light about the 6 men arrested in a crime spree targeting more than 170 Asian American women in San Jose and across the Bay Area. Many victims preyed upon in parking lots like this one.
This is a major problem across the region, and that county law enforcement has really been unprecedented in the way that they've worked together.
I spoke to Marissa McKeown, supervising deputy district attorney of Santa Clara County, who said primary suspect Anthony Robinson, who faces up to 95 years behind bars, targeted multiple Asian women daily. Prosecutors say they were stunned by what he admitted.
When Mr. Robinson was arrested, we were absolutely shocked to find that he admitted that he was deliberately targeting Asian victims on a mistaken and prejudiced belief that they, quote, did not believe in bank accounts.
The more than year-long effort was spearheaded by San Jose police in collaboration with multiple agencies. McKeown also clarified why 3 of the men were released from custody.
Not every member of this criminal group had an equal role. So Anthony Robinson quite clearly was engaged in a voluminous number of incidents, but some of the other individuals who were involved may have only participated in 1 or a few incidents, and therefore they stand in very different shoes in terms of the charging decision.
So
additional charges.
I don't care. They shouldn't be let out. What are you talking about? This is what I'm saying. That these people, they're just so soft. Well, he only do it twice. He just did it twice, so he doesn't need to stay in jail. I don't care. That's, you know what? Suffer the consequences over there in California.
All 6 men will soon be announced. McKeown says the investigation is far from over and acknowledged dozens of more unsolved incidents. Her message to the Asian Americans in our community:
don't lose hope. We are regularly evaluating these cases. We are regularly attempting to solve these and to hold those who perpetrated these cases accountable. We know that there are more suspects out there, and just because they've not yet been charged does not mean that they won't be.
Dion Lim, ABC 7 News.
Okay. So, let me stop this. So, as you can see, this is one of the things that you're not going to hear, and I'm going to make it my business to talk about the anti-Asian hate, because notice how that was a hashtag on Twitch, and it's gone. You know, they don't really care anything about it because Asians are the model minorities. And, you know, when you talk about the not so model minorities attacking them just for their race. Oh, no. Because how are you going to sit up here and have black people portrayed as downtrodden, oppressed when you talk about all of the shit they do to other people? All right, speaking of that, we got another smash and grab situation that involves another Asian and white supreme pieces.
Over to you.
Todd, a smash and grab robbery surge in California. Incredible security footage shows a San Diego woman using a stool to stop thieves from destroying her business. That woman's daughter, Catherine Kim of Code One Jewelry, joins me now. Catherine, terrifying footage to look at. Your mom is clearly brave. How was she doing? This must have been a pretty scary moment for her.
Yes, it was scary. It's definitely scary. At the time, I don't think she was real. I don't think she really realized what was going on or her reaction was more instinctual.
Yeah.
After the fact, she was very shaken up. She couldn't really talk straight. I had talked to her on the phone. She was like making noises, but she couldn't put words together. She couldn't put her thoughts together just because she was just so shaken up.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The adrenaline must have been pumping. How much did they steal? I understand that they targeted your most expensive section. It's in the couple $100,000. So we're estimating about $200,000. So does that mean that that's a loss for you? Is the jewelry insured? How does that work?
I'm sorry?
Does that mean that you lost all that money? Or is the jewelry insured? How does that work? Because that's a big hit for your business.
It is. It is a big hit. Just because we're also a family-owned business. Like to us, you know, that is a lot of money. It's not like we're like a big corporate store where, you know, we can afford that much loss. That's we do have insurance. I don't know if insurance is going to cover all of it. We're still in the process of
working it all out. Without a doubt. Well, we're looking at the security footage. One guy in a red sweatshirt, the other guy in a black sweatshirt, both with hoods up. It's hard to see their faces. Do police have any leads on who these guys are?
Honestly, not quite sure if they do have any leads. I'm very confident in in the National City Police Department. I hear really good things about them.
By the way, Asians love the police. That's how you know that Tim Pool is not Asian. He ain't no Korean. I'm never going to let you guys live that down. I know last night we had a good old close to 3-hour live stream of me going, told you so. But this is I did not know that self-hating white boy wanted to abolish the police. That was news to me. I had no idea. But then again, people who don't want to be accountable, people who want to daggone scam you and want to violate you in numerous ways, don't want to have the police around. That's the thing. So, you know, she's speaking highly of the police, and they will find these guys. But the thing about it is that, you know, do you see a common theme here?
So, you know, we're placing all our trust in them and really hoping that these guys are caught. But as of now, I'm not quite sure how far along in the investigation they're in right now. And I don't know if they have any leads.
Well, I'm sure that you've seen these smash and grab robberies take place before you were targeted by one. Did you ever think that this was going to happen to you?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
If you thought it was going to happen to you, why did you do things to prevent it? The bell curve is a lie. You see that the smash and grabs are happening to most jewelry stores, and you go, well, we'll just wait until that moment comes. You didn't think about basically putting bars in front of your glasses, or basically having where you can let one person into the store one at a time. Just like, if it happens, it happens, huh? No type of prevention of preventing your stuff from being stolen. These people are so stupid.
You know, there's been a lot of media coverage on it. There's been a lot of stories. There's a lot of videos circulating of different smash and grabs. We see it, multiple incidents happen every single day. So, you know, why wouldn't this happen to us? Kind of thing. You know, it's a lot of jewelry businesses that are very similar to us as well, family-owned jewelry businesses. And so, yeah, we were very like aware of what's going on, and
but
we
didn't
were
prevent
very
anything.
afraid that it would happen to us, and it did.
Catherine,
You didn't do nothing, though. You didn't do nothing to stop it, though. You could have just made. There's so many things you could have done, but you guys didn't do nothing. But wait.
To hear you say that, because the way you say it, it almost makes it seem like, you know, it's just a reality now for every small business owner, and it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It shouldn't be this way. My mom shouldn't have been in the position where she had to defend her store like that. I wish there was, you know, more security in place, more, you know, safety in place to protect the tenants of the mall, and also to protect the shoppers. Our customers.
Yeah, everybody feels unsafe right now. Before I let you go, Catherine, there's been a lot of conversation over the last week on Capitol Hill, even from Democrats, about these smash and grab robberies. Nancy Pelosi says she doesn't know why they're happening. Do you have any thoughts on that? Why this trend is occurring right now?
She know why.
I honestly, I can't answer. I really don't know. I do know that I have noticed that it is a trend. You know, I wish there were consequences to these kinds of crimes to help prevent and deter, you know, criminals from, you know,
doing this.
Don't make the black kids angry, honey. You understand this? The Democrats, the demon rats, love them. And this is what happens when you have these softball laws like Prop 47. Welcome to California. Here's one right here, which is a sad one. So we have Elliot Knox and Trayvon Shaw, who have ambushed a police officer. Now, there have been several police officers. I'm going to start focusing on this because for some reason I think people don't realize what a dangerous job this is. And these cowards who would never, ever even do a ride-along with a police officer wants to find it acceptable for shitting on the police. And I am going to be behind them 100%. Okay? So it's amazing how they are okay with criminals like this ambushing the police officers. So let me see. Now there was one with a black female police officer was ambushed, and I don't think this is it. Hold on, let me see.
According to law enforcement sources, police created their own big break in the case using surveillance footage and license plate readers. Sources say they found Knox first, who confessed and then told them about Shaw's involvement.
Oh, he snitched.
We don't know why they did this. We have absolute confessions that they did it, they were there. We don't have motive as to why.
Police
they are black who hate the police, and that is part of the culture. What the hell are you talking about? You don't have to know why.
Identify the suspects as 32-year-old Trayvon Shaw and 31-year-old Elliot Knox. According to law enforcement sources, Police arrested Knox first. He admitted to being at the scene where Officer Kiona Holly was ambushed, sitting in her marked patrol car.
Okay, so this is the black female. Okay, so this is the black female police officer who was ambushed. Okay, I thought it was a guy.
But sources say Knox claimed that Shaw did the shooting. Knox also told police where to find one of the firearms. Police ultimately recovered 2 weapons. The violence continued an hour later when investigators say Knox and Shaw shot and killed Justin Johnson on Lucia Avenue in southwest Baltimore. Neighbors there remember hearing the gunfire.
Boom, 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 boom. And it's just crazy. It's like, it's like everywhere now. So it's like crazy now,
Neighbors say Johnson had 3 children. Police believe the suspects knew him, but Johnson may not have known them. Police wouldn't offer any connection between Johnson and Officer Holly. We're told Officer Holly remains on life support. She has 4 children.
Okay, Andrew, hold on. Listen, hold on. I think you need to slow your fucking roll because I don't have a criminal record, okay? And a lot of blacks in this chat don't have a criminal record, so you better fucking check yourself. Now, I have no problem calling out my own people, but I'm not going to sit up here and let you think all of us are criminal. If you think all of us is criminal, then all white people are bitch made. So don't you come up in my fucking chats. Have you ever let a black who ain't had no motherfucker? I don't have one. And I'm a former police officer. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with you, but you better check yourself and make sure that's the last time you come up in here with some fuck energy like that, okay?
And has been with the department since 2019.
It's amazing that you have these pieces of shit here on YouTube who always want to talk crap about the police, and yet still they don't even think about situations like this. Here you have is a woman, a mother of 4 kids, who is actually doing a very dangerous job, but fuck her, right? Fuck her, yeah? Ladies, stay away from men who hate the police, and I'm telling you, I'm never wrong about this. They're pieces of shit. And they'll be the first one to call the police. Listen, if anybody vandalized their car, they'd be the first one on the phone with the police. It seems to be this LARPing thing of talking about how much you hate the police, but these people don't hate the police. They love the police more than ever. They just don't want you to have access to the police. They're just like demon rats. Police for me, not for thee. Cori Bush is paying, the city are paying.
Loving the morning streams, Tree. Keep it up.
Thank you, Anime Dave. I appreciate the donation. I actually like it too. I like when I just go through the news, boom, 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 and then I just sit up here and just keep an eye on the chat. Thank you. Her police private security. But she wants to remove the actual police out of the neighborhoods because these people want you to be victimized by criminals while they're protected by law enforcement. And they don't care about people like Officer Holly, who's currently on life support because 2 bitch niggas took her out, was trying to take her out. They think these people are robots. They think these people are just, that's your job. Yeah, guess what? You're not man enough to do what she's doing. So that's what I'm saying. If you hate the police or whatever, you can get the fuck off my channel. I don't have no need for any of these spineless people on my channel. I'm serious about that.
In this moment, I cannot overstate how angry and disheartened we all are that we continue to have those in our community who are intent on committing violent acts, especially against law enforcement officers. It is unacceptable, and we will not tolerate it.
Surveillance cameras, license plate readers, and community cooperation helped solve the case.
These were brazen and senseless acts of violence, and it shows
how far we have to go to show people and how to make sure that folks understand that this cannot continue and that you cannot.
This is the mayor? Oh my God, dude.
Not snuff someone out for something so petty. You cannot think that our police officers should be a target for you.
The suspects are being held at central booking. Court dates have not yet been set. Reporting live from the
All
Bishop.
right, that's the, yeah, he's the mayor. They elected a mayor who's a fucking thug. Okay, this is why Baltimore is so fucked. Well, one of the many reasons, right? That nigga look like he just got out of jail. Okay, so I want to just briefly talk in reference to the fentanyl situation. This is really getting out of hand, where fentanyl has now become the #1 cause of death amongst Americans. And no one is talking about this at all. Well, they're talking about it every now and then, but they don't understand this is bigger than COVID. It really is. This is bigger than COVID. And the fact is that the situations that people are now turning towards drugs. I want to say something here, and I want to put this on the record, because I also hear people make this argument of we should not charge drug dealers. Yes, no, what do they say? Drug dealers should not go to jail for selling drugs or having possession of drugs. Yes, they should. Yes, they should. You understand that thousands of people, tens of thousands of people are dead because of drug dealers. And I don't understand how I can't understand somebody like me who grew up around crime. It just blows my mind. I expect that from black community, you know what I'm saying? But it just blows my mind to hear white people say, well, a drug dealer, what harm did he really cause? Overdose? How about that? And also, like people really don't understand drug dealers, because they want to downplay the sale of drugs. They always want to say, well, he just got a little weed on him. No, there's no such thing as a little weed on you. There is no drug dealer that just sells a little weed. None. They will go out of business. They got prescription pills. They got ecstasy. They got heroin. They got smack. They got all of that stuff in addition to a little weed. And these things are killing people, and they know it. But I guess if you never had a family member or someone you cared about die of this, I guess you wouldn't give a fuck. Anyway, so I want to talk about, well, let me see. I got the news article, this video here that goes into a little details. It's not that long, it's just a minute and 4 seconds, but this is a problem that has to be dealt with, and white people are the most affected by these deaths. Maybe that's by design. Maybe they don't want to put a light on it so that you don't see how serious it is. I don't know what to say, but it is a problem. It is a problem. Hold on, I gotta cut right here. It is a very big problem. And I don't know what it is. Like I said last night, we have seen white people at their weakest, and it concerns me. It concerns a lot of us. And you guys are getting into the mode of depression, and you're turning to drugs, and it is overwhelmingly affecting you. You, whites, are dying in huge numbers from overdose of fentanyl. It's happening in rural white areas, and you're the victim of this. And I think, I don't know what to say. It's like me growing up during the crack epidemic, we understood what was the problems, and we did not have mercy on crack dealers. We vilified them, and that's the reason why there were strong laws. Like you hear these fucking white liberals talking about something. Well, a black man would go to jail for a long period of time for selling crack, then a white guy for selling cocaine. Yeah, that's exactly right. You know who created those laws? Black people. Black people sought out black politicians to make those laws stronger so that we can cut down on a crack epidemic that was plaguing the ghettos during that time. And now, 20, 30 years later, motherfuckers want to sit up here and use that as a way of showing systemic racism? No. Okay? This is what I don't understand. So you guys are just, it amazes me how I don't know. And then maybe it's natural selection. I don't know what is going on. You know what I'm saying? Black people gonna continue taking themselves out. They're gonna continue taking themselves out. Okay. And it's like, and if you're not strong enough to stand for who you are, all right, and having a backbone for who you are and not having any type of self-hatred, you know what I'm saying, you'll stick around too. So maybe this has to happen. I hope that's not the case, but maybe this has to happen.
And across the nation, the number of drug overdose deaths in the country have hit an all-time high, reaching more than 100,000 deaths in a 12-month period. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the time period between May of 2020 and April of this year marks the most overdose deaths ever recorded in a single year. This year's numbers are up 30% from the 78,000 deaths the prior year and is nearly triple the amount of traffic deaths and twice the amount of people killed from guns during the same time period.
Did you hear that? More people are dying from fentanyl than car accidents and guns. And they want to sit up here and take the guns away, but people are dying more from fentanyl than gunshots.
Guns during the same time period.
Hold on, let me rewind that just a little bit back a little bit more.
And twice the amount of people killed from guns during the same time period. The CDC says that most of the deaths are due to opioids fueled by fentanyl, a drug that is 50 times more powerful than heroin.
Ugh.
And according to Carlos Briano with the El Paso DEA, is being used to make fake prescription pills. 2 out of every 5 of the pills, he said, have a lethal dose. Experts say that the pandemic shutdowns likely accelerated drug addiction as people faced enormous financial difficulties, mass unemployment, and isolation.
But see, Cindy, that's the point. I want to read what Cindy has said. Cindy said, the same crap going on in the black communities is going on in the white communities and has been for a long time. The lie is that we are fighting different battles. We all need to stand together. Well, that's never going to happen. Black people are too tribal and too ignorant. But you make an excellent point because black communities are tested first before it's applied to white communities. I have been saying this for years. The drugs that has been applied to white communities, was applied to black communities first. So they had to see how crack affected the black community before they start showing how fentanyl affects the white community. They see how single motherhoods, how women can destroy a fucking community when you put them in charge and get the men out the house. They showed how that works in the black communities, and now it's happening to the white communities. So my people are the test dummies to see how it will work on you. And you can always tell what they're about to do to white people by what they're doing to black people. Unfortunately, black people are just too dumb and too tribal, and they're too victim-minded to sit up here and realize that they're being experimented. That's the reason why ghettos are called projects. They're called the projects for a reason. It's an experimentation. In order to actually, I don't know what the end goal is. The end goal is to turn Western society into a communist state? I don't know. But I do know that if white people don't wake up, the future of your children is just gonna be, it's just gonna be bleak. Cheryl says, thank you so much, Cheryl, for the $5. Fentanyl is being secretly cut into meth, and heroin addicts aren't aware when they purchase it. This is evil. I know people who died. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is why I never took this position of drug dealers is a victimless crime. What the fuck are these people talking about? People are dying from the so-called victimless crime. You know, it's amazing. People want to sit up here and make excuses for drug dealers, saying it's a victimless crime. It's not. There are victims. Victims are the people who are ODing on it. Victims are the people who are addicted to it. Those are the victims. I mean, it's amazing. You would never allow somebody to purposely poison your food at a restaurant. You would hold them responsible. You would like, hey, wait a minute. I'm buying food. I'm supposed to buy this food, and I didn't expect you to poison it like that. But you'll hold them, you'll report them to the health community. You'll even, that's even a criminal charge. Oh, but drug dealers are a victimless crime? These people are retarded who say that. Conservative troll, but we worried about the goofy kook. But we worried about the goofy coof. You meant to say koofy koof? So I don't, like I said, I'm about law and order, guys. You'll never hear me say something retarded like, oh, it ain't nothing wrong with nothing of people who are selling drugs. I think, like I said, maybe some of you all have to go through the pain of someone dying from drugs. Maybe you have to, and maybe you have to go through that to understand how stupid it is to sit up here and say that drug dealers are the good guys. How the hell did we get to this point where we think drug dealers are the good guys? These people are the reason why hundreds of thousands of people are dying. Okay, let me finish playing this again. This is crazy. This is so crazy. I'm actually shocked. I'm actually shocked. Okay. Our girl Kristi Noem advances a bill requiring that trans athletes to compete according to their birth gender. Hold on a second. Hold on. Brett said, if black people got reparations but couldn't call white people racist anymore, do you think they would take the deal? White people, I don't know what is it going to do for you guys to get over being called racist. I don't know what it is, but I don't know why you care what niggas call you. I don't understand that. And that is a majority thing. The majority of whites really give a shit what black people think of them. But don't worry, black people envy you too. It's this dysfunctional relationship where black people envy white people envy black people, and this is the most dysfunctional relationship. I don't give a fuck what anybody think about me. And guess what? I'm called racist every week. And you know what I say? Yup. And so now what you gonna do? But you white people, you care what niggas think about you so badly. It bothers you. It bothers you that black people don't love you the way you want them to love you. You're never going to Valhalla like that, okay? All right? I don't give a fuck what savages think about me. I don't care. I say this all the time, and people get pissed off when I say it too. When people want to sit up here and judge me, and I say, I don't give a fuck what a sheep has to say. I am a fucking wolf. I eat you. You are my food. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. But, change gonna come one day. I don't know when, but it's gonna come. Hold on. Here we go. This woman, I hope she runs for president in 2028. I really do. If we have a first woman president, I want it to be her. I know you guys are like, no, we need DeSantis from 2028. DeSantis is doing such a great job in Florida. I think he should stay in Florida, dude. I don't know. I was like, we need a whammy. And I'm sorry, Kristi Noem, she's doing better. She has actually been doing better in South Dakota than DeSantis has. Okay, DeSantis. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem has advanced a bill in the state legislature that would codify her executive orders limiting transgender athletes to competing only in categories that correspond to their birth gender. Noem filed the bill on Tuesday to limit K through 12 girls school sports and state-funded colleges to allowing only natural-born girls to compete in girls' categories, according to the Argus Leader. The governor issued her 2 executive orders in March after the legislature rejected her revision of the House Bill, what's that, 1217, sorry. And she says only girls should play girl sports. Given the legislator's failure to accept my proposal revisions to the HB 1217, I am immediately signing 2 executive orders to address the issue. One to protect fairness in K through 12 athletes and another to do in college athletes, Noem tweeted on March the 29th. Additionally, I will be working with legislative leaders to schedule a special legislative section in late May and early June. The special session will address this important issue as well as others. What is this? Medicinal marijuana and the latest federal spending packages, she added. So good for her. This is a good thing because I am so tired of seeing boys like they compete in their gender, their assigned gender, their biological gender, and then all of a sudden they suck at it, and then they decide to go into the women's area and just straight smoke them. All right, and Sandman, y'all, we got some good news about our buddy Sandman. Covington teen Nicholas Sandman settles $275,000. Holy smokes, that was wrong. Settles $275 million defamation lawsuit with NBC. Ooh, honey, that is some good stuff there. I'm so happy to hear that. He is so rich. I'm so happy for him. Now, unfortunately, they won't tell us how much of that $275 million defamation lawsuit is, but I'm sure it's enough to make him go ha ha. And Kyle, it's your turn next, Kyle. Covington Catholic High School student Nicholas Sandman announced Friday that he has settled a $275 million defamation lawsuit against NBC. Neither party publicized the terms of the settlement. However, Sandman asked for $275 million in damages in his lawsuit against NBC Universal and Miss NBC. Shout outs to Dr. Common Sense for that one. Quote, at this time, I would like to release that NBC and I have reached a settlement, Sandman tweeted. The terms are confidential. NBC is the third corporate media organization to settle with Sandman after he and his classmates were accused of mocking a Native American activist, Nathan Phillips, during last January's March for Life event. Sandman was wearing a red Make America Great Again hat while he stood close to Phillips with an apparent smirk on his face that was widely mocked and that was widely noted and mocked. Many in the media painted Sandman as an aggressive racist who initiated a conflict with Phillips. However, an independent investigation concluded there was no evidence that the student performed a Build the Wall chant. These people, and they still haven't learned their lesson. You thought they would have learned their lesson. Look at what they did to Cal. Oh, I'm like, what's this noise? Hold on. That's letting me. I'm like, what's that noise? That was letting me know that the hour is gone up, and that's good because I'm on my last story. So woohoo! Holy smokes! Did y'all see my face? I'm like, what is that noise? Okay, hold on. Where was I? Hold on a sec. Okay. In the days after the media's attack on Sandman, witness cell phone footage showed that Phillips initially approached Sandman. Footage also showed that a group of Black Hebrew Israelites confronted both Sandman's and Phillips' group well before the two were face to face. In an interview with NBC, Sandman explained that he stayed in Phillips' face because he did not want to be as he said, viewed as disrespectful. Well, now I wish I would have walked away. I didn't want to be disrespectful to Mr. Phillips and walk away if he was trying to talk to me. But certainly I was surrounded by a lot of people I didn't know that had their phones out, had their cameras, and I didn't want to bump into anyone or seem like I was trying to do something. So there you go. So anyway, congratulations, Sandman! I am so proud of him. He is a multimillionaire from the stupidity of demon rats. That in itself is awesome. All right there, ladies and gentlemen. So look, let's see where I'm gonna go ahead. So as you have it, I did go, I made it to an hour. Woohoo! So this is, as you can see, today is going to be Monday. This is going to be released at 11 o'clock a.m. All right. And I will also have my Tree House News today, which actually tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now that's a little bit, how should I say? It's not so PC. It's pretty funny. We have a good time there. We let our hair down and we kind of let loose. So if you would like to come join us over there, we would love to have you come over. Okay. So once again, thank you so much for coming. Now I'm going to let it go to the Tree in real time. Take it away, Tree in real time. Thank you, Tree in past time. So guys, listen. Tonight is the Treehouse News, and I did pretty good. I didn't go that far over. So come check us out at the Treehouse News at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Listen, I really appreciate you guys coming to the morning news. I know we have several people from Europe. I got emails from people in Europe saying, Tree, I like the fact that you do the morning news because when you do your 8 o'clock news, it's too late for me. I'm sleeping, okay? And he's like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So I like the fact that you do the morning news because it's good for people, those of us who live over in the UK. And I'm like, okay, I thought that was pretty good. So yeah, I like that. So guys, come on over. Check us out at 8 o'clock p.m. on the Treehouse News. Everybody who's donated, excuse me, my voice is cracking because I'm now talking. Everybody who's donated, thank you so much. Without you, there is no me. But most of all, thank you guys for coming by and participating in the chat. And yeah, I will definitely see you tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. for some more news. And it's going to be a lot of good news and a lot of bad news and a lot of news that's going to piss you off. So with that being said, you all have a great one. And I'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those of us who are in America. Later, taters. code TREEHOUSE for free shipping.